Let's do some more processing with Word, Microsoft Word, and we're going to be looking how we can create a table of contents and a cover page. Now, before you watch this video, it's very important that you've seen our previous video. The link is up there or in the video description of how to do styles, because styles is the setup for how we want to do our table of contents. So first, make sure that you understand styles, and then you can continue watching the rest of this video. So here we've got a document that we've already applied styles to. So for example, you can see we've got a heading 1 style and a heading 2 style. And that's, for example, if I click on it, you can see that is a heading 1. That is another heading 1. So the first, as I said, the first step is to make sure that you've applied styles to all the headings, to the contents that you want in your table of contents. And then over here, we've got subheadings. So there you can see they've been changed slightly. So there we go. Those are slightly different. So those are subheadings, and so on and so on and so on. So now that we've got our styles applied, now the beauty of table of contents is that it's all done automatically for you. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to press Control Enter so that I can get a blank page at the top here. So this is a brand new page at the top. And I'm going to come and insert a table of contents. So if I come here to references, if I click on references over there, you will see all these options that appear at the top. And there we can see right on the left hand side, there is table of contents. Now let's click on the options there. You can see there are some built-in automatic ones that you can use that are predefined. So you could select one of them. So let's go try one of them. We'll undo it, but let's try this first one. I'll try it. And you'll notice that it creates a table of contents for you automatically, and it already does the page numbering there. So you don't need to go back and check which page, which sections on which page. It's already done for you. So all my headings, you can see there, and all my subheadings are listed over there. So there we go. So that's as easy as it is to make a table of contents. So let's undo that. Let's go create a customized one. So if we come here to the custom table of contents, then we've got a little bit more power with regard to what we can add. So you can show the page numbers. Maybe you don't want the show numbers. You can align the numbers to right next to the text, or you want them on the right hand side. You can have that line that appears between them. You can specify what type of line it is. If maybe you don't want a line, maybe you do. Maybe you want a solid line, like something like that. So you can play around with your features, and you can base it off of a particular template. So there are some nice little templates here that you can use that are quite nicely defined for you, distinctive, and so on. So you can play around with those particular ones. So those are available to you. Now you'll see over here it says show levels 3. So there are 3 levels that it will display in the table of contents. So like a heading 1, a heading 2, and a heading 3, if you can see that. So that's basically the layout. So there are 3 levels. Now, if I want to be able to control that, I can come here to options. So if I come here to options, I can either limit it. If maybe I just want level 1 headings, then I can do that. I can make it level 2 headings. But over here by options, we can also specify the styles in that, which is what I'm going to do in the next bit. I'm going to show you that. No, let's just first try a little classic style. We want 3. Let's go 3 levels, even though we don't have 3 levels. And there we go. So there's our table of contents inserted. And if I make any changes, and that's the other beautiful part of this, let's say I'm going to move this part, I'm going to put a Control Enter and make sure that that is always on the top of a new page. You'll notice that this is now on page 4. You'll see it's on page 4, but if I come up to my table of contents, it still says page 3. It's not working. It's like, but you just right click on the table of contents, just click on it, so right click. There we go, that update field. You see the update field? If I update the field, it can specify if you want to update the page numbers only or the entire table. So let's go, just the page numbers, because that's the only thing that's really changed. You can see that it's changed those from 3s to 4s. Now, the other thing that I've done, if you've noticed over here, is I've come right to the bottom here, and I've said, hey, there's a little extra note here, and this is of type extra. It's a special type of style that I created. I actually want that also mentioned in my table of contents, but it's not there. So how can I include it? Well, that's quite easy. If I come to my table of contents, I'm going to just modify it. I'm going to undo it basically and redo it again. So let's go do it again. I'm going to insert a table of contents this time. But this time, when I go to custom table of contents, and I've got all my details, I'm going to come here to options, and you see there's extra. That's the available styles. I want that to be a level 3. So I'm going to put a 3 there. So that'll be a subheading. Although I'm not using that particular heading, I'm using this one now as my level 3. And you can go through all of your styles, and you can add any ones you want to be a particular heading. So you see subheadings of level 2, or a heading 2 is of type level 2. So you got two options. You can do multiples. So let's do that. Let's go OK, and go OK, boom, and there you can see extra note has been added to our particular table of contents. If you want to remove something, maybe you really don't want this to be you don't want this to be a part of the table of contents, then all you need to do, so part 4 reintroduced, we're going to go down to it. Actually, the other beautiful thing is you can actually press Control. If I press Control and you see it's like a link, I can actually click on that and it'll take me directly to that particular part of the text. So it's almost like it's got built-in links. So I'm going to select this particular text and I'm going to undo it as a particular heading. At the moment you'll see it's a heading 2. I'm going to make it a normal. I'm going to undo it. By doing that, just put it away, undoing it, I can come to the top, I can right click on the table, update the field. Now we don't want to just update the page numbers, but we also want to update the entire table because there are things that have changed. So look there, look for part 4, look, there are 3 things there. Update the table. Now there are only 2 things under part 4. So those are the ways that you can manipulate and change your table of contents. So go to References, go to Table of Contents, go to Custom, and that's basically the gist. And then you can modify your levels, but as I said, make sure that you've applied your styles first. Make sure that all your styles have been applied, and as you apply your styles, they will be added to your table of contents. Now, another aspect to your document that you might want to add to your particular professional document you might want to add a cover page. So if I come here to Insert, now you can see we can add a blank page if we want, or we can add a cover page. There's some predefined cover pages that are built in. You can go search online for more examples if you want, but if you want a particular cover page, so let's say I really like this one, like the clean look of it, I'm going to select that one. It will insert this as the first page. You can see it over there. It's added. So now it's added this lovely little page, and there's these little elements over here that are already designed into this particular cover page. So we can go and say, I want the document title. This is my example of a table of contents video. So you can do that. And document subtitle, it's going to be just a brief description, or demonstration probably is a better word. Demonstration. Word will tell me if there's a mistake or not. I think it's right. There we go. And then your abstract, you can write down little details about this particular thing. So you can add your little things. There's a nice little place to add your name and your email address. If you want to add other features to your cover page, then you can just go and add a particular field. So we can come here to add a field. Over here under Insert, you could go and insert, for example, over there, you can add like a document property about the document if you want, or you can add a field like, for example, a date or a time. So you can do all those type of things. And if you don't like your cover page, maybe I don't want this one, I want a different one, you can just come back to the cover page option and select a different one. Maybe I really like this one, and it will automatically change it to that particular style. So there we go. That is the brief way of doing a cover page. So now you know how to do a cover page. Now you know how to do a table of contents. So now you can make your documents look really nice and professional. To learn about the other features that are in Microsoft Word, go to our YouTube channel, click on that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, but go to the playlist and find the Microsoft Word playlist, and you'll find all the details there. And remember, don't do it the long way, do it the Mr. Long way.